Welcome back, everybody. Matt the Matt here. Hope you're doing well. So this weekend we had a new horror movie come out, Weapons. This is directed by Zach Kreger, who, 2 years ago brought us Barbarian, an original film that I thought it was a good movie. I mean, yes, it was not what you would expect going into the movie, but I've never put Barbarian on the heights that a lot of people do. I thought it was good. I haven't returned to it since. But, this new movie, his second feature, has been getting a lot of hype. The reviews have been rated at 95%, with over 100 and something reviews. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, and you got a great cast. You got a great cast. You got Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, Ben Wong, and Alden Ehrenreich, and a few others that I don't want to spoil. And so you got a great cast of actors in here. And this was filmed in Atlanta. So that's good. No, I was curious. And I think the movie is very good. The structure of this movie is very interesting. This movie is broken up into segments, almost like chapters. But they're each person's point of view of the events of these kids just suddenly disappearing in the middle of the night. We have this perspective of the teacher, played by Julia Garner. We have the perspective of Josh Brolin, who is one of the parents who lost their child. And as for me, that was very personal. No, I don't have children. No. Because the son's name is Matthew. And let's just add on to that. In his bedroom, he has Batman bed sheets. Named Matthew has bed sheets of Batman. Gee, you think? And this movie was filmed in Atlanta. Gee, you think they made this movie for me? The perspective of the cop, played by Alden Ehrenreich. Then you got the perspective of Ben Wong, who is the principal at the school. Then you got the perspective of the only kid that didn't disappear, that was in the classroom. And then you got a perspective of someone, you got a perspective of a druggie. And then you got a perspective of someone I will not go into, for spoiler reasons. There's like 7 different perspectives in this 2-hour movie. The movie moves. I mean, you go from one perspective, then the next. So it's like watching 7 short films. And I thought that was very interesting, a way to do the movie as a structure of the film. Julia Garner does a great job in the movie. She's been killing it this year, from Wolfman back in January to playing the Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four, and now Weapons. I mean, she's like the female version of Pedro Pascal this year. He's everywhere, she's everywhere. They're everywhere. Josh Brolin does excellent. You understand his pain of losing a child. He's become a little bit obsessive of trying to figure out what happened instead of doing a lot of investigating. Alden Ehrenreich is a cop. Like I said, he has a little bit of some issues, but he does a really good job. The actor, I forget his name, who plays the druggie, he's hilarious. I mean, you wouldn't think there was humor in this movie, but there is humor in the film, and a lot of it comes from that segment of the movie. It's hilarious. So the acting's great, the cinematography, really good. It keeps you on the edge the entire movie, very suspenseful. I won't get into spoilers, but when we do find out what's going on, it's frightening in an interesting way. My negatives with the movie. I think my biggest negative, there are segments that we do see in the movie that at the end of the day you go, So, what was the real reason for that segment of the movie? Like, did it really serve a purpose? Or could you have cut that down to maybe a minute or 2 minutes, rather than maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes? And then even at the end of the day, another thing is, okay, for me, I still didn't 100% understand when we do find out what's going on. Like, what is the purpose of all of this? And I can't get into spoilers. But like, so is that character that? Or is there something else going on here? Also, the cops in this movie, they're horrible. Horrible, horrible. Atlanta's finest, I guess. Because the cops in this movie are dumb. I mean, I do not understand how in the world you have 17 kids missing. 17. Even if one kid was missing. You have that Millie Madison moment. You go out there and you find that fucking dog. You go out there and you find those 17 fucking kids. I mean, kids just don't, 17 kids just don't disappear. Okay? I mean, a month, and then we find out this is like a month later. So they disappeared a month ago, and for a month they're still not found. There's still no bodies, there's still nothing. What are the cops doing? It's like, how is no one looking for these kids? Oh, we're on it. Okay, let's see here. You have one kid who didn't disappear. You barely questioned him. I know he's a kid, but boy, if that was me, I would be on that kid like, why the fuck are you the only one? We be doing the Robert De Niro lie detector test. Put it on, ask him 8 million questions. I mean, and we're not going to watch the house that this kid lives in. We're not going to have any cops on that house at all times. Nothing. We're not going to investigate the house multiple times when unexpectedly. No, we're just going to not do anything. And what is with the parents? Man, only one parent we see actually do something, and that's Josh Brolin. Yay, Thanos. Yay. Perfectly balanced. And I'm like, yeah, why aren't these parents doing anything? Unless you didn't really like little Timmy, and you're glad that little Timmy is not there anymore. That might be the only reason. Because it's like, the parents aren't doing anything, the cops aren't doing anything. Is this just a regular thing in this town? Every year kids go missing? Cleanse the population? Wipe out half the population? I don't know. And then by the end of the movie, I'm like, so what was the whole point of this? Like, what was the reasoning? What is the message behind the movie? Like, what is the theme? Cops don't do their jobs? I don't know. So yeah, that was a little, like, what was going on here? So, do I think it's the best horror movie of the year? No. I still think Sinners is, or even the movie a couple weeks ago, Together, is, but that's just me. Those are also some of the highest rated horror movies of the year, and they're in the 90th percentile. But let me know in the comments below, did you see Weapons? I would give this a 4 out of 5. It's a very good movie, and very well acted, very creepy at times. But once again, you start to see a few things that So let me know in the comments below, Matt the Matt here. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Do you see weapons? Do you like weapons? Or do you not like weapons? Now that could be in the movie or that could be actual weapons. I don't know. I just mess with your mind. You tell me. Matt the Matt.